Hello, how are you doing today? My name is Adrielle and I'm very excited you're here because today we're going to be talking about European summer. I am sure you've seen it all over social media where everyone is like showing off their hauls and whatever else that they're going to be wearing when they're going around Italy, Greece, Spain, France, etc. But the thing is, that's just not realistic, right? Like, everyone cannot afford to do that, and people just certainly can't generally afford to do it for like 2 weeks to a month or whatnot. So what I want to talk about is how you can have European summer wherever you are. So you don't have to go to Europe to have kind of this European summer that's full of fun and silliness and whatever else. You can find that exactly where you are. And so I'm going to give you some tips on some ways that you can do that and enjoy your European summer irrespective of whether you are in Europe. But before we get into it, I'm just going to tell you about my outfit. I'm wearing this super cute slip dress from the brand From the Future. It is a French brand. It's one of the brands I love because I really think it dispels the notion that French women do not wear color. This brand is all about the color. So I will be linking directly to this dress in the description box, and in the description you can always find links to fashion purchases or things I mentioned in the video, etc. The headband is from Lily Sadoui. I bought it at Nordstrom forever ago, but I know that she still has plenty of similar styles, so you'll be able to get that. So the very first thing that I would say you can do that really truly represents European summer, and it's your opportunity to really enjoy that wherever you are picnics. But not just picnics, picnics with rosé. So one of the things that I think is the best about summer in Paris are the picnics that you see people doing. People will picnic along the Seine. I mean, you'll see it. It is just crazy. There are so many people. It just like looks like a sea of people. There will be boats out going back and forth, you know, and it's just absolutely amazing. Another place you often see people picnic, particularly on the weekends, is underneath the Eiffel Tower, right? Everyone wants to see it sparkle late at night. And then also you'll see people picnicking in front of Invalides, which is another kind of great spot. It's across from the Pont Neuf Bridge, so it just gives a really great perspective. So picnicking with rosé, spontaneous moments like that, I think is one of the best ways to enjoy, you know, to bring a little bit of Europe into your summer. So find a great park spot, grab some friends, grab a bottle of rosé, grab some, you know, cheese, some crackers, a little bit of deli meat, and just go, have fun, have a picnic, and just do that and enjoy. The second way to go about implementing European summer into your life wherever you are is, and this this is going to be particularly hard, I think, for the Americans. It is, drum roll please, work less, have more balance, do more fun things. Okay, so one of the things I absolutely love about living in Europe is that Europeans take their vacation, particularly the French. They take their vacation, and people go for like a month at a time. They're just gone. And I really, really love this. I think it is an amazing quality of the culture because it shows like where their priorities are. Their priorities is not to, you know, live to work. It's to work so that they can live. And I really appreciate this. So what does this mean? This means, you know, not staying late at work. Like, the work is going to be there the next day. Like, just leave the office. Leave the office a little bit earlier than you normally would. Don't work on the weekends, right? Like, just put all of that away. And instead, fill that extra time, you know, that extra hour you leave early, you know, let's say you're leaving an hour earlier on Friday or 2 hours earlier on Friday, or let's say you're not working on the weekends, you know, use that time and fill it with something that you love. something that you're interested in. So, or frankly, time with friends and family, right? So, for example, if you have kids, maybe you go to the playground with them. You know, maybe you spend an hour with your parents or a sibling or a friend. You go have ice cream with them or coffee, right? Like, do something else. And, you know, maybe you pick up a hobby, learn to knit, right? I'm learning to knit. It's fun. But either way, it's about working less and living more. So prioritize just having a little bit more fun and having more balance. I would say if you can do summer Fridays where you're leaving earlier on Fridays and coming in not only earlier on Fridays, but maybe later also on Mondays, right? To make your whole weekend a little bit longer, do that, you know? Leave a couple hours early on Friday, come in a couple hours later on Monday, and just enjoy. So that's number 2 on how you can really enjoy and bring a little bit of European summer into wherever you are. So the next thing I would say that I think is so much fun just about living in Europe in general, but I definitely think kind of takes on a whole new level during the summer, is food and having fun with food. Because particularly, you know, in a lot of European cities, you know, and countries, you know, France, Spain, Italy, Greece, you know, dining is done outdoors. There are lots of terraces in the summer. There are lots of these amazing views, etc. And so as a result, it is so much more fun to be able to, like, in my opinion, to like kind of be able to enjoy your food. I think you have more fun enjoying your food in the summer because you are at a terrace and you're watching people, and it's just this whole experience, right? Like it creates a whole moment. And I really think that that's something that you can do to bring a little bit of Europe into your summer. So whether that be, you know, taking a cooking class, or learning how to make macaroons, or just taking yourself out to like a nice lunch or a nice dinner every once in a while, like, and just kind of enjoying that moment. Like, really have fun with food. I think that this is it's just such a great time of year to have fun with food, and there are so many activities that you can do, and this might be like a way to do that. So definitely think having fun with food, particularly in summertime, it's like so much fun. So that's another way to have a little bit of Europe in your summer. Food. So this next one is a big one. All right, this is a big one. So farmers markets are a year-round way of life, particularly here in France. You go to the farmer's market, you know, 3-4 times a week, you grab your items, it's wonderful. I personally love it, okay? So when it comes to how you can have Europe in your summer, you gotta go to the farmer's market. You have to be getting your vegetables and your fruits for the week at the farmer's market and spending as little time in the grocery store as possible. Really trying to eat like these foods that are in season right now, because so much is in season. I just think that it's so much healthier for your body. It makes you feel better. And also it's great. I don't know, something about it is just so great about having, you know, your little basket or your little tote bag or whatever full of, you know, these really nice, really healthy, fresh foods that were grown locally by someone. So embrace the markets. That's what I would say. You gotta embrace the markets. This also includes things like vintage markets. I mean, these again are things we have all year round here in France, but again, when it's the summer, I just think it's even more fun, right? It's even more cool. So embracing like the street markets, embracing like the outdoor moments with markets and celebrations and whatnot. I just think that is quintessential European summer, and so it's one way that you can really bring that into wherever you are. Okay, so 2 more suggestions on ways that you can have European summer wherever you are. So one I would say is exploration. it is, I mean, let's be frank. You have more of a desire to explore a new neighborhood or a random place when you are not freezing and it's not raining and you're not worried about it getting dark in like an hour, right? You know, that let's just be frank, that's just the reality as to the way things are. And I really think that that is one of the best aspects of being in Europe, you know, traveling around, whether you're in Rome with its amazing little streets or Paris with its amazing little streets, either way, like no matter what, it's the exploration. It's discovering something new. It's going someplace that you haven't been before. It's going to a museum, something like that. I really think that museums, new exhibits, you know, there are always so many really cool like outdoor activities, you know, that are happening in the summer. There also tend to be a lot of, you know, outdoor like art things in the summer, so art exhibits or art walks, that sort of thing. And I really think that that is just a really, really great way to embrace, you know, European summer. So explore, you know, and you don't even have to explore within your city. You know, if you're, particularly if you're in the US, it's pretty simple to kind of get like a town over even, right? You know, so maybe it's like going 45 minutes outside of your city or an hour, or maybe it's taking a weekend trip to a city you'd never been to before. I'll never forget, I once had a free hotel night and me and my friend decided to go to Philadelphia for 2 days, just on a whim. I was like, we can have a free hotel in Philadelphia, do you want to go? And she was like, sure. And I'd never been to Philadelphia before. It was so much fun. I really, really liked it. And it was cool. And I just thought like, yeah, see, this is so random and yet it was such a good idea. So it's one of the things that I really want to suggest, that you explore. Use the summer as an opportunity to explore, because that is really what we do in Europe. Like Juju and I, for example, we're going to go to some little city that we've never been to in Switzerland before. Why? Because it's just, we just want to do that. That's just going to be us, and it's going to be fun. So yeah, exploration. So my very last suggestion on how you can incorporate aspects of summer in Europe where you are is to embrace the little luxuries. So I have done a video on this before, and if you haven't seen it, definitely go and take a look at it. It'll be linked at the end of this video, so you can click it. Yeah, the little luxuries in life, I feel like they just become more magical in the summer. You know, when the weather's nice and the sun's on your face and you're just enjoying your life, right? So whether this is, you know, one of the things that I think of as just a huge little luxury living here in France is the cafe culture, being able to sit at a cafe. I love to people watch. I have said it before, people watching is my jam. This girl loves to do that. So sitting at a cafe and just watching people go by and just enjoying and appreciating where you are, not being on your phone, but just being there and being present. I used to, one of the things I did in DC, every time I would come back from Europe, is there were always all of these little kind of cafes, like where I lived, and they would have outdoor tables generally in the summer. And what I would do is I'd get up early in the morning and I would order a coffee and I would sit there and read the New York Times. Like the number of people who would come and just start talking to me because they saw me just sitting there chilling, like reading the newspaper was amazing. And actually once like got a date that way, my friend was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna go find some place to sit and read the New York Times. But, you know, if you're looking for a date, great way to try it. But, you know, no matter what, I just think that there are these little luxuries that we have, that exist, and it's really about just embracing those and really enjoying those during the summer. So I mean, you know better than I do what your little luxury is, right? Like it could be something as simple as, you know, taking an ice cream walk. One of the things that Julie and I like to do is we like to take little walks. We take balades, as you say in French, and, you know, we'll walk around for an hour. We do that in the winter, but it just becomes, it's if it's cold or if it's raining, you know, that is not an hour-long thing. It's like 30 minutes, right? We're like out and then back in. But during the summer, it can just be like 2 hours long sometimes, and it's just lovely. And, you know, it's a little luxury that I consider that we have. So whatever it is that kind of exists for you that's already a little luxury, maybe lean into it a little more. Enjoy it a little bit more. This is the summertime. Take it a bit easy. Enjoy life. Have fun. I know I just say that as someone who's sitting in Paris. You're like, that's easy for you to say. But no, it's true. It is something I wish that I had done when I was living in the US. I wish I had kind of embraced some of these things a bit more, because it really would have made, given my life a lot more balance, which would have just been healthier for my mental health long term. So yeah. I hope you have enjoyed this video and hearing about, you know, how you can incorporate aspects of summer life in Europe, you know, wherever you are. Because the thing is, you know, everyone can't just, you know, decamp to Rome. And I don't want people, I think one of the things that social media does is it often portrays this image that you're only living once you go somewhere, right? Like you're only living if you went to Europe this summer. You're only like enjoying your life if you were able to do like a haul and, you know, buy all these new clothes and go, you know, go to Rome for 3 days. And oh my gosh, it was so perfect, my trip to Rome. You know, I didn't show you guys that time I fell down the metro steps, but you know, like, you know, like I did my London vlog, you know, a couple weeks ago. I didn't show you guys on camera the moment of panic when I realized that I lost my passport, right? So I just think that very often, you know, we get these images, they're kind of portrayed, all of these, you know, that, you know, you're not living unless you're somewhere else or you're doing something else or you're out of your routine. Why not just change up your routine where you are? You can do that. And maybe you don't have to change up your routine for the whole year. Just change up your routine for the summer. So, there you have it. Have fun. I look forward to continuing the discussion in the comments. As always, I read them, I respond, you know, definitely always trying to engage with you. So let's keep the conversation going. And let me know if you have any tips that you think you would add, you know, for others to see about how they can embrace aspects of Europe and bring that into their summer, you know, if they're not able to go to Europe, you know, this year, which sometimes happens. So yes, let me know. I look forward to hearing from you. Here's some more videos you can watch. As always, stay safe, take care, and peace too. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.